Part 6, let's get into it. Alright, so nobody knew the land better than the Moors, so they were used for navigation. Here's another depiction of that. Here's another depiction of that. But here it says American spy, because some believe that the Moors actually helped to enslave the indigenous black people that were already here. If you want me to go deeper into that, let me know. If you can see behind the horse, there's another Moor there. Alright, and those are just a few instances. But these Moors were known as the Berbers from North Africa. And if you want to know more about the Berbers, here's a good article for you to read. But these aren't the Moors that I'm referring to. Moor originally meant Westerner, not black, Negro, or colored. Moor is a Negro or a blackamoor. I shall answer that better than you can. The getting up of the Negro's belly. The Moor is with child by you, Shakespeare. As late as 1398, we find the following reference to the Moors, and the source is listed here at the bottom. 1893 Handbook of Heraldry. The heads of a Moor or blackamoor and a Saracen are wreathed about the temples with a fillet of twisted silk. Pictured here is another Moor, and you can see the source here at the bottom. The word Moor is a loose term that was used in medieval and Renaissance England to refer to the Moors, blackamoors, Negroes, Indians, Mohammedans, or Muslims, or Mahometans, sorry. All these terms were more often than not used interchangeably, and you can read the rest. Alright, so West African Muslims were strategic allies of the Moors. Now I'm speaking about the Moors that inhabited the US. A Malian king, Abu Bakari, reached the Americas with a large fleet in 1312, and his people were the Mandinga people. And there are still traces of the Mandinga people in Brazil, Panama, Mexico, and other Central and South American countries. Alright, for some brief examples, here's a bar, Pedro Mandinga Rum in Panama City, Laguna de Mandinga in Mexico, and this is a tour to Brazil called Mandinga LLC. But there's like a lot of other examples that you can find in these locations and other locations in surrounding countries. So yes, Africans have been traveling to this country and trading for a long time. Before Columbus, that's not even his real name, before Columbus was ever heard of. And they were trading with the indigenous people that were already here. And I think it's important to point out that it would have been impossible for modern day Native Americans to have inhabited this land before the original indigenous peoples, which are people who look like me, were here. You ever notice that modern day Native Americans and Mexicans have a lot in common as far as features, like facial features, ancestry? That's because both Mexicans and Native Americans are a mix of European and Asian. Some researchers even believe Siberian, and this has been proven with empirical DNA studies.